A week ago, I fell into a rut. I was grinding hard on self improvement, making videos, learning my academics, juggling everything I have, with my two hands. And things have been going great. Things have gone at the uphill. I work and work, productivity increased slowly and climb higher and higher and higher. And I work. But that's not the point. The point here is that after some time, a rut came. And I felt ultimate most one of my worst place to ever be. I start to give in to the excuse. When waking up at 5 was still easy a few weeks back, a few days back, and I've been doing it for a few months. And suddenly, that has been hard for me when I'm really used to it. Like, what happened there? And that's not just all. I stopped making videos. The video production has went to a halt, and things has been very, very demotivating. I can't do shit. I don't want to do shit. I just want to sit on my bed and scroll all day because all I've been facing was failure upon failures, and my mind has enough of it. My mind has given up. My mental fortitude broke, and that's what happened. But I'll tell you here, I tell you that this would happen no matter where you are, no matter where you at life. It could be 1 week into self improvement, it could be 1 year into self improvement, 5 years. It does not matter where the time frame you're at, but the only thing that matters is where it's gonna happen. It will happen, but when? Which timeline? Are you in your 50s? Are you in your 20s? We don't know. We don't know. It could be repeated multiple times. But here's the thing. Here's the take-home message. You're gonna, once you make out that rug, that one rug that was really bad, you will find ways to mitigate the others. You will find ways to get out of it, no matter how bad it is. Because why? Let me tell you this. If you can get out of it once, why not do it again? It's only those that came into self-improvement, maybe they got some progress in, and then they face a rug. They face a rug they can't get out. That's what 99% of people in self-improvement fails at. And once they got into the rug, they fell back into their comfort zone. They fell back to everything that they once saw to destroy, once they saw to give up. You know what happens? They just went back and said self-improvement was too hard. It was too hard, and they fucking give up. And never to be seen ever again in this niche. Let me just tell you this. It is meant to be hard. It is meant to not be easy, and it will ever be hard. Because that path you walk to heaven, it will feel pain, it will feel anguish, it will feel like everyone is throwing punches at you. All you can do is just stand there and withhold and resist, try to survive. Because that's the path meant for you. That suffering, it's meant for you. You're meant to climb out of it in your own ways, in your own words. Because no one can help you in a rut, no matter how many motivation videos you might watch, no matter how many calls you have with your friends, how motivated you feel. But by the end of the day, it is on you. If you don't do jack shit, you can't help yourself. You can't do shit. That's the truth. But how do you get out of it? From a person that gone out of a rut in just a weekend? It was simple. Let me break down into a game analogy standpoint. Let me say that you have gone into a rut recently and you feel like you don't want to wake up at 5. You don't want to do shit. You don't want to do your videos. You don't want to do your trading. You don't want to do your academics. You just want to sit there, play games. Go ahead. You let yourself to have a complete rug day, a complete day of comfort. Alright? A complete day of comfort. You can do whatever you want. You want to order that takeout? Go ahead. You want to play that game? Go ahead. And you play. Let your mind, let your body fall into the comfort for a while. But after a while, you would snap out of it. You know why? It's because of your nature. Because you've been doing that shit, let's say for a couple of months, and suddenly you're playing games, your mind would feel this contradiction. Your mind would feel this kind of, what the fuck is happening? Wait, what? Aren't we not supposed to do this, and why are we doing it? This is the stuff. And once that happens, which is usually really fast, you came into that realization of what the fuck am I doing? Why am I playing games? Why am I doing things that's completely utmost useless to me? So that's the moment step one kick in. You start to have that realization, but you still don't have the energy to do what you want. You still want to escape from reality, right? I need you to do this. Is to look at around you and look at what things have you been procrastinating on that you need to do. It could be the laundry, it could be mopping the floor, it could be anything, right? Pick the easiest one. Pick the easiest task that you have been lying around and you have been procrastinating from doing it. It could be a few days, it could be in a few weeks. And let me tell you this, it adds up. Procrastination adds up on a toll. Not just a toll on you, on your mind, it adds a toll on your productivity. Every time you pick to not do the thing that you need to do, your productivity score goes down. Your discipline that requires a discipline, you know those tasks that require discipline when you doesn't feel like it, but you still gotta do it. Every time you skip those shit, every time you give into excuse, that score goes down. That score goes down and it affects your literally discipline, it affects your productivity. Everything comes down. Down and down and down and down. And you reach a point where you reach zero. Complete ultimate 0-0. You'll be zero out flat line, you can't do shit. You don't feel like doing anything. That's how you got into a rut. But how you get out of rut is the complete reversal of that. So instead of not doing anything or giving into excuse, you start doing the small things. You start to do the easy tasks like washing your dishes, mopping your floor, and just literally folding your laundry, right? All the easy tasks, and slowly that score adds up. It adds up to a certain threshold, and the hard things that you once see as hard during your rut seems easy again. It seems not hard again. It seems doable. It seems achievable in a distance. Because why? Because you start to reset your mind. The moment I tell you to fall back into a comfort, it's a hard reset to your mind. Basically, it's like clicking a hard reset on a machine and turning it all off and turning back on. It's gonna work at full potential again. Because the harsh truth on the reason why you fell into a rut in the first place is that you haven't been taking care of yourself. You haven't been working on yourself. You haven't been progressive overloading. You haven't been putting the effort into your own self. Not on the things you do, but on yourself, on your own self. The reflection, the journaling, the meditation. Because if you were, that rut won't be as bad as it is. Because you're self-aware. And let's say you're not self-aware, then that should be something put on into your habit. It should be something that you put on into your habit list and you do completely one of them for every single day to prevent you from having a big drop. And you can maintain your productivity, you can maintain your discipline, you maintain every single shit you have. And I want you to know this. It's easy for you to work when you're at the top. You know, when you're at the top of your productivity, you know the graphic goes it's easy because you know why? You have tangible things to look back for. You have tangible success that you can literally come back and look back at, and that gives you a sense of drive. It gives you a sense of motivation. It gives you a sense of inner drive for you to do it. Because you know you could achieve it. You know it's close. You know it's achievable. Because you have done it in the past. But if you're in a rut, the sad truth is when you look back, there's nothing to reinforce that. There's nothing to reinforce you to get you back on your feet. Because all you have seen is only red, and red. There's no green. The moment you see a green, you can use that green to reinforce you. But you can't here. Because you've been in a rut. And that's the hardest part. And only you can save yourself by doing the hardest task. By doing and building up that pain tolerance again. By building up that habit again. It's not about forcing it. Repetitive takes action. The moment you keep on showing up and showing up and showing up doing a thing, you could literally break down your hardest task into like 10 different things during your run. But as long as you get it done, as long as you get it done by the end of the day, it will help you. Because why? It's not about, getting it sit down and finishing it within one go. If you can, good shit. If you can't, break them up, split them up, and literally just make sure you finish it by the end of the day. Because if you don't, your productivity score, your discipline score, it will come down. It'll be a nerf to you. And eventually, if you stack enough nerf on top of a nerf on top of a nerf, you got into a rug. So what can we take away from this? What can we learn? Is that everything you do adds up. Every score, everything you do. It could be making coffee. You're so used to making coffee, and one day you said, you know what, I don't make coffee. There could be side effects, consequences. Maybe you feel tired throughout the entire day. Maybe you feel energetic. Every human body is different. So if you can, have a morning routine. Work and don't deviate from it. Do not deviate from it unless it's planned. It's something you meant to do. Let's say you want to experiment on coffee. You said not take it for a week. Sure, go ahead. Because if you do have a big deviation for some period of time when you give in to those excuses, you can say goodbye and kiss goodbye to your dreams, to your hopes, because they will never be a reality if you give in.